Hi there, my name is Suze and I work with women to help them find balance between their internal masculine and feminine energies so that they can have lives that feel really emotionally fulfilling, full of love and connection. So before I get into our topic today, talking about complaining and how women complain and why women complain and what's up with women complaining and all of that, I do have an announcement to make. I have opened a few spaces in my calendar for July for one-on-one clients. So if you have been listening to my message and really resonating with the things that I have been covering here on my YouTube channel, I really invite you to invite me into having a conversation with you. I am, for the rest of June, I am receiving invitations for possible potential clients where we can have a conversation, really see what's going on. I can tell you more about what it looks like to work with me. You can tell me more about your story and what's going on with you, where you're going, what you're working on, how I can help you. And we can see if we're a really good fit in working together with each other for the divine feminines. If you want to reach out and make that connection call happen, you can go look below in the description box. You can send me an email through that email. You can also find me on Instagram, and also there is a link to my website in the description box. So if you want to have a conversation around what it would look like to work with me or have help with me and support, do send me an invitation to have a call with you. And that's how I'm doing it at this time. Just very personal, one-on-one, simple, breezy, okay? So if you're interested, go ahead and shoot me an email or get in touch with me that way. So today's topic, we're going to talk about complaining. Now, there is a very significant reason why I want to talk about this today, because throughout the last week, the word complain has been a word that has come up in my reality over and over and over and over. It came up with talking with clients. I didn't say it. Clients were saying it in phone calls. I became aware of the idea of women complaining being voiced about from men on different platforms of social media. I had friends who were using the word complaining. Everywhere I looked and turned and listened, I was hearing complain. And so when I see a common theme coming up in life, I always see it as something that needs to be addressed, and we need to go deeper. Because the energy behind complain can either go very good or bad, right? I said in a previous video that I recorded actually earlier this morning, I said in the video how anything can be used for good or for bad. Anything can have a positive connotation or a negative connotation. Everything has a light side and a shadow side. You have to learn how to feel the energies behind it and tap into what you want to create what you want. Okay, so the word complain. I want to first address how toxic masculinity puts this word complain on the feminine, and I do not appreciate it, and I do not agree to it. I do not accept it into my reality, and I am speaking out against it. In my opinion, complaining is when someone is in a victim mindset. Complaining is when someone does not like something in their life and they are not actively doing anything about it to shift it or change it, whether it be physically doing things in their life or internally working on themselves to align with something else. Complaining is when someone is in that victim mindset and is just saying things over and over again in a victim place, in a whiny kind of energy of just complaining and complaining, yes, complaining, but they're not actually doing anything to affect any kind of a change one way or another. So that being said, and that groundwork being laid down, I think we can start to see how sometimes when women are speaking, it is not actually complaining. And when there is a masculine who is labeling or making the feminine feel like she is complaining when that is not what is actually happening, it is going to land as shame. And whenever a feminine feels shamed, it is going to be an invitation for her to go back into her wounded self. So if there is a masculine out there who is dealing with a woman and is putting a divine feminine in the place of feeling like she is complaining, you are literally completely destroying her growth, her empowerment, her sense of self. You are not providing support for her. You are actually supporting her demise. and you are actually encouraging her and going backwards in her journey. Let me elaborate a little bit more. If you think a woman is complaining, I have a question for you. Is she a woman who is hard on herself? Again, I am speaking about a divine feminine woman, the woman who is actively working on her growth and on herself, is actively making an effort to show up in the world in a very empowered, authentic, true, kind, loving place, who is working on herself and her life in manifesting a really higher sense of self and her soul path. Is she hard on herself? Because a lot of the times divine feminines are very hard on ourselves, and we expect really big things of ourselves, and we tend to be really hard on ourselves. If this is the woman, if she is hard on herself, if she's coming across as complaining, then you should know, and I wrote some notes today, so I'm gonna be looking at my notes today, you guys. Then you should know that if you're making her feel like she is complaining, you're pushing her back into a space of shame, unworthiness of love and happiness. You are making her feel like she is being too much, she is too needy, she is too sensitive, and her needs are too intense. It will make her think that she shouldn't bother anyone with her problems, that she needs to handle everything all on her own, and it will encourage her to shut down, go within herself, and go back into the space of, I can only trust myself to take care of my own needs. No one else can help me. No one understands. No one sees me. You're cutting her off from her true heart's desire of connection, vulnerability, and intimacy. You're also encouraging her to shut down and further distrust masculine energy. This is that last statement, distrusting the masculine energy, is the root of so many problems of relationships today in our modern day world, by the way, in case you don't know. The feminine energy has been put in a place of so much hurt from masculine energy that she comes into a place of so crazily distrusting masculine energy that she can't rely on masculine energy for support. She can't rely on masculine energy to be consistent and reliable and dependable and safe. She has come through a lifetime of a journey of all of that. So if she is choosing to open up to you and she is upset about something that maybe you don't fully understand, if you then look at it under the frame of her complaining, you are causing her to distrust you and masculine energy more. So you are hurting yourself in the process. Because we all know that without trust, relationships won't work. Number 2, is she trying to release negative energy? And this is something that masculine energy needs to understand about feminine energy. Masculine energy is very physical. It's very doing. It is doing. That is masculine energy, is doing, using the body, pushing hard, working hard, sweating, making something happen, using the body to effort to make an end result happen. That is masculine energy. Feminine energy, when she has negative emotion in her, or she is overwhelmed with emotion, or she is completely just has so much energy going on that is overwhelming her negatively and needs to get out, she will speak it out of her body. It's not about physically working it out, going to the gym or mowing the lawn or playing a video game. That's a bad example because that's kind of numbing and escaping, but you understand my point. It isn't about physically moving energy out of the body through physically using the body necessarily. The feminine is going to tend to more release negative energy or overwhelm of energy through speaking. So it is the job of the masculine to be able to hold the space for her to speak out what she needs to get out. and to not judge it, not stifle it, not suppress it, not label it in a negative way, because this is how she is moving energy out of her body to be healthy, to be open to the masculine again, to have space to receive from the masculine. She needs to clear this stuff out first. Number 3 question, is she trying really hard to affect change in her life? And I said that at the beginning. If she is a woman who is trying really hard to affect change in her life, whether it be through her work, physical work, or whether, again, it be through her internal self of her emotions and her mind space, her belief systems, is she working on any aspect of herself to affect change? Then if she is coming across as complaining, what she actually needs is to feel seen, that her efforts are noticed. And she needs to be reassured that the results that she's hoping for and waiting for and believing in and trusting in, she needs that hope renewed. She needs to be reassured that the results are coming. That's what she needs. She doesn't need to feel like she needs to shut up or shut down. She needs to feel her efforts are noticed and seen. And she needs her hope to be renewed that the results are coming. Enough with the complaining. Women are not complaining. We're asking for help. We're asking to create connection. We're asking for deeper emotional intimacy. We're asking to be seen. We're asking to be validated that we are worthy, that we are valued. We're asking for that hope, of that flame of hope to be renewed, and so that we don't completely give up hope on what we're trying to change in our lives. That's what's actually happening, not complaining. Complaining is the woman in the victim mindset who's not doing anything to change anything and is just saying the same thing over and over again without trying to do anything in one way, shape, or form to affect change in her life. I'm going to leave this video here today. I hope this video helped. If you are a feminine and you watched this video and you found really great value and help, I would really ask that you share this video, because this video is from my heart, is very important to me to get out in my efforts to protect the feminine heart, so that the feminine heart may remain open, so that the feminine heart may heal the distrust towards the masculine, so that the feminine can finally build that trusting, loving, open, balanced relationship with masculine energy. Because if you don't have that masculine healing inside of you, you will not have it in your relationship outside of you, and you will not have total emotional fulfillment in your relationship outside of you. I'm going to leave the video here for today. I hope this video had value for you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.